Hello, I am Mrs. Macias and I am poetry literate. So let's talk a little bit about what poetry literacy is. Poetry is usually short, but not always, sometimes rhyming or following a rhythm. It's a text that packs a lot of meaning and expression into just a few words, and it's rich with figurative language and detail. Here's an example. Let me tell the tale of a girl who didn't stop, who climbed up every mountain without a pause upon the top. She danced until each blade of grass was clothed in drops of dew, and the sun knew her by name, but the silver moon did too. For a fear had settled in her bones, a fear of sitting still, that if you're not moving forward, it must mean you never will. So in time her dance got slower, and she looked at all she'd seen, but found gaps inside the places that she'd never fully been. For she was a human doing, human moving, human seeing, but she'd never taken time to simply be a human being. This is a nice poem. It has a meaning. It packs a lot of that meaning into just these few words. It has lots of rich detail and figurative language. You can kind of hear the rhythm and the rhyming. That's a good example of a poem. Let's talk about how you read poetry. Why am I poetry literate? Well, here are my tips for success. One, always read a poem aloud. It's meant to be heard, and if you read it inside your head, you're going to miss some of that expression. Always read it more than once. You're probably not going to get the deeper meaning beyond the surface if you just read it once. Study the figurative language. What are the metaphors, similes, imagery, etc., because the author is packing a lot of meaning into those kinds of devices. Think about the meaning beyond the surface to find the deeper meaning. So here's an example. This is a Langston Hughes poem called Dreams. So I'm going to follow my own advice. I'm going to read it out loud. I'm going to read it more than once. I'm going to study the figurative language, and I'm going to try to think about the meaning beyond the surface. Okay. Dreams. Hold fast to dreams, for if dreams die, life is a broken-winged bird that cannot fly. Hold fast to dreams, for when dreams go, life is a barren field, frozen with snow. Okay, so just after my first read, I'm noticing that it's obviously about dreams. It mentions dreams a lot. I'm thinking it's more like dreams in life, like where you want to go, what you want to do, not like the dreams you have at night. That seems to be the case. It seems to be a message to the reader. It's talking to the reader and telling the reader what to do. Hold on to your dreams and telling the reader what's going to happen if you don't. All right, I'm going to try to read it one more time and figure out exactly what Langston Hughes is trying to say about the importance of dreams. Okay, dreams. Hold fast to dreams, for if dreams die, life is a broken-winged bird that cannot fly. Hold fast to dreams, for when dreams go, life is a barren field, frozen with snow. Okay, this time I'm going to notice some of the figurative language. I notice this metaphor, life is a broken winged bird if dreams die. So Hughes is trying to tell us that if you kind of let go of your dreams, then it'll be a bird with a broken wing, kind of meaning like your life would have potential, but it can't fly because the wing's broken, so it can't kind of meet its full potential. I'm noticing this repetition. He starts both stanzas with hold fast to dreams. So he's really trying to repeat, like at all costs, hold on to your dreams, never let them go. That's kind of the driving force of a successful life. Another metaphor, life is a barren field frozen with snow. So he's telling us if you let go of your dreams, life will be like a field that is empty, filled with snow, cold, lifeless. So again, kind of this idea that letting go of dreams will lead to like a really empty, kind of purposeless life. And he has some imagery. This frozen with snow really reminds me of like a cold, dead existence. So ultimately, I think Hughes' theme is if you let go of your dreams, your life will be reduced to nothing. Like dreams are the things that like keep your life going forward. Dreams are the most important thing to hold on to in your life. So that's how I'm poetry literate. I have some tips for you. I kind of walked you through reading a poem. You can see that this is a literacy area I feel pretty good about. An area that I don't feel good about is Twitter. So Twitter has always been this thing that just kind of confuses me, but I want to be more Twitter literate. I want to because it's a great resource for teaching ideas. A lot of teachers are on Twitter and they post all their great resources there, but because it confuses me and overwhelms me, I don't get to see those resources. I don't get like how do tweets work? What exactly is a tweet? Who tweets? Who gets tweets? How do you see someone's tweet? What is a hashtag? How can you get good information with so few characters? Like if you're limited to what is it, 30 or something? Like how do you even convey good information that way? And how do I not feel so overwhelmed by it? Every time I go on Twitter, it feels like I'm just inundated with so much text. It gets overwhelming for me. So my plan to become a more Twitter literate is to spend time on Twitter and talk with experts. So I'm going to try to really work on this literacy this year. So that's it. This is Macias. I'm poetry literate, and I'm working on becoming more Twitter literate. Thanks for listening.